What's up guys, welcome to Poor Man Mods. I am super excited about today's video. Today we are doing a rear big brake upgrade on the IS300. Now this is something that I've wanted to do to this car for a really long time, but there weren't any really affordable options for upgrading the rear brakes on this car. Of course you can do Willwoods, but that's big money and this is Poor Man Mods and I'm not spending thousands of dollars for a brake upgrade. Over the past couple years, I have designed a couple other brake upgrade kits for cars, and I finally got around to making one for the IS300. So this video is sponsored by me, FredTechUSA, which is the sister company of Poor Man Mods. So I put together a kit that's gonna allow you to bolt up Maserati rear Brembo brake calipers to the IS300. I'll put the exact year and model right here. I can't even pronounce it. But I came up with an adapter bracket to mount these Brembos to the IS300. This is gonna be an extremely affordable brake upgrade for you guys. I cannot believe how cheap this is gonna be. So obviously, you're probably not gonna wanna buy these new from Maserati, but these are all over eBay for dirt cheap. I picked up this pair of rear Brembos for $180. 180 bucks. Now this caliper looks extremely similar to like an STI rear Brembo, but the bolt spacing here is different. And if you know anything about Subarus, those Brembos are not cheap. I cannot believe how cheap you can get these for. So 180 bucks for the calipers. And we are using MK4 Supra Turbo rear rotors. These are a direct bolt-on. These go right onto the hub, no modification required. And the reason I've really wanted to upgrade these brakes for a long time isn't necessarily the caliper. Now the new caliper is bigger and sexier, but now we're getting a vented rotor. The stock IS300 rotor is a solid non-vented rotor. This you're getting about an inch larger in diameter and it's vented. I made these stainless steel adapter brackets. These work on the left and right side of the car. A super simple bracket that will bolt this caliper right up to the hub with no modification required. And because these are Maserati calipers, they are a European style flare fitting, and the IS300 is non-European. I did have to come up with a custom brake line solution. So what FredTechUSA and Poor Man Mods is offering for this kit are the conversion brake lines with the adapter brackets, and of course the required nuts and bolts for this. But it's gonna be super affordable. You should be able to do this brake upgrade for well under $500, depending on the cost of the calipers and where you get the rotors from. This can definitely be a sub $500 brake upgrade, and it's gonna be bigger, better, and sexier. I am so excited for this. So let's get this car in the air, get the old brake caliper and rotor off, and get the new sexy calipers on. Now, my car is extremely rusty, so I'm definitely spraying some penetrating lube on this brake line fitting. And because my car is such a rust bucket, I actually don't know if you have to remove the dust shields behind the brake rotor or not when you upgrade to the MK4 Supra rotor. I have not had my dust shields for a long time. So you may need to either bend them out of the way or remove them, but I don't have them, and I haven't had them for a long time. If it's been a long time since you've changed your brake rotor, you might need to adjust the parking brake adjuster to bring your shoes in. They may have worn a groove in this hat here and it's stuck. I actually just replaced this brake rotor not too long ago, as you can see. So mine just comes right off. But if it's been a while, chances are these have worn a groove into the hat and you need to adjust it down to clear it. And here you can see the size difference. The new rotor is about an inch larger in diameter. It's thicker and it's vented all around. A nice big upgrade. Adds a little bit of weight, but should give you much better braking performance. Just to make things easier for you guys to see, I'm gonna put this rotor on here, but for installing the new caliper with the adapter bracket, I'm gonna do that on my workbench with a spare hub that I have, just so it's easier for you guys to see. We'll get the caliper installed. This is very simple. We have our Maserati caliper loaded with the pads. This looks just like an STI Brembo, slightly different, but looks just like it. Different bolt hole spacings. So slide the caliper on. We're going to take our short M10 bolt and put the provided sleeve over it. And that's going to go here on the bottom of the knuckle. This sleeve is required because the holes for the factory brake caliper bolts are M12. On the Maserati caliper, they're M10. So there would be a little bit of slop in here without this bushing sleeve. So we're going to thread the shorter bolt in, leave it loose for now. Take our stainless steel adapter, place that on the caliper, and then take our longer M10 bolt, thread that into the caliper, and then take your M12 bolt and nut and place that through the adapter and thread the bolt into the nut. And then you're going to take the caliper and push it all the way against the knuckle. There's a little bit of play there. Push it all the way against and then tighten it down. Just like that. There is practically 100% pad engagement, super duper close. So with the brake lines that I provide with the kit, the fitting that is a double male fitting, we're gonna thread the larger, thread that into the caliper, like so. And then connect the -3 AN side of the fitting to the AN line. That was easy enough. Now let's go back to the car. It's a wee bit rusty. Let's see if it puts up a fight. Oh yeah. I was able to finally get it though. Uh-oh. Twisting the whole line here. Yeah. Hopefully yours fights a little less than mine. All right, we did finally get it. Just need to get this clip out now. And then we're just gonna put this fitting up there and thread it in. All right, here's one thing you might have to do when you get your new rotor on the IS300. This is a common thing. Almost every time I've changed rotors on this car, the aftermarket rotors, I guess, you know, it just has to do with a little bit of tolerance. This part of the rotor, you can see a groove right here. And this is the rotor meant for the IS300. And sometimes when you install new rotors on these cars, that part of the rotor will grind on this part of the back plate for the parking brake, and it'll make a grinding noise when you drive. It usually happens at lower speeds, like between 10 to 25 miles an hour, and it sounds horrible. So you may experience this when you put the Supra rotors on. Like I said, this is the IS300 rotor. I encountered this when I installed this rotor on the car, and also when I put the MK4 Supra rotors on this car. It still made some contact, and you'll see some shiny metal where it's rubbing. So the fix is, you know, to take that grinding noise away, you're just gonna have to grind down this ridge on this backing plate. It's really annoying. I'm not sure why this is a thing with the IS300, but it is. I made a video 10 years ago, maybe, on this exact issue, and it's a pretty popular issue. I don't know why it happens, but it does. So if your rotor is grinding when you install it, just gotta grind this down a little bit until it stops. All right, I got this brake kit installed on both sides of the car now, and it's fully bled. I don't think I need to show you how to bleed the brakes. It's pretty simple. There are 2 bleeders per caliper, but very basic. I don't think I need to show you how to bleed brakes. All in all, super easy to install with this kit. No modification is required to the car at all, except for maybe the dust shield, but I don't even know, because my car and the spare hub that I had didn't have a dust shield. So you may have to bend it out of the way or trim it. But other than that, super duper easy to install. If you are interested in this brake kit, I'll have a link in the description down below to my website where you can get the whole kit. And as for getting the calipers, I got mine off eBay. I recommend checking eBay and also Facebook Marketplace. There's a lot of people parting out these Maseratis. So you can get them either from someone parting out the car or from eBay. You're probably gonna spend a pretty penny if you try to get them new from Maserati. But yeah, check eBay. They're super cheap on eBay. And the rotors, I got them off rockauto and they're stupid cheap. And you can get the pads from rockauto too. The pads are cheap. But yeah, definitely check eBay for the calipers, and you should be able to do this whole brake upgrade for under 500 bucks. Definitely under 600, but still you should be able to do it for under 500. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope maybe you learned something. Definitely check out the kit on my website and the link down below. And me and Holly, we'll see you next time. Thanks.